Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Good to have you back. So today's ride, it's just Ross and I, and we are heading from Alexandra through to Danseys Pass via the Old Dunstan Road. And up on the Old Dunstan Road you've got the Poolburn Reservoir. Pretty windswept man-made lake, that one, but it's a beautiful area and an area where they filmed I think a couple of scenes from The Lord of the Rings. So it's an epic ride up there, it's pretty remote, and so yeah, looking forward to having you along for the ride. See ya. Little bit of an issue with our luggage. Discovered it was hanging off the side of the bike, so yeah, had to sort that out. Wouldn't want that getting tangled up with the back wheel. Lucky we found that actually. So we might go for a little Jesus, bloody windy. Going to go for a little ride up here and see where this goes. But probably not a good idea to stay up here too long because of the wind. Actually, as we found out a little bit later, what actually happened was when the luggage fell off the side of Ross's bike, it was leaning up against the hot exhaust, so he ended up with a dirty great burnt hole in his side luggage. So that wasn't ideal. So that took a little bit to fix actually. Ross was a bit of a MacGyver. He had some pretty heavy industrial tape and all sorts of bits and pieces, and he managed to patch it up, and away we go again. So this is a pretty cool area. This is a little side track through the gate, and it just sort of takes us up around the side of the Poolburn Reservoir. It ends up at a gate, but it was a nice ride up here. It goes for probably a couple of kilometres or more. But actually I think it was around this area here somewhere on the Old Dunstan Road, whether this particular spot or not, probably not, but somewhere up around here they were filming The Lord of the Rings. And I think it was one of the scenes where they were chasing the orcs around the high country I can remember that scene in the film. It was pretty cool. The wind was so strong up here that in areas, like when I got up on those rocks up there, it was actually just about blowing me over. So I had to park the bike front wheel into the wind, because if I parked it sideways, it probably would have got blown over. So we didn't want to stay up here for too long. It was that windy. It was probably borderline a bit. Well, I don't know if I'd go so far as dangerous, but certainly didn't make life very easy when it comes to riding in this sort of wind. Blowing a bloody gale up here. Jesus, it's bloody windy up here. Poolburn Reservoir area, Old Dunstan. Holy shit, it's extremely windy. We need to get out of here. The wind down here is not as bad as what it was up the top there just now, but still pretty bad. But anyway, we'll just have to sort of fight our way through it today. It does get a little bit better further on, so it's just particularly bad up around this area here. So this Poolburn Reservoir here in Central Otago was not built as a hydroelectric lake. It was built primarily as a irrigation storage reservoir. So it was created in the 1930s by damming the Poolburn. That must have been a river or a waterway or something. The reservoir was built to store water for irrigation, helping farmers in the Ida Valley and the surrounding Otago areas during the summer months. So it's a popular place for trout fishing and camping, and it's pretty close to the rail trail, making it a popular stop for cyclists. So if you're riding through here, either on a mountain bike or a motorcycle, it's one of the most scenic spots in Central Otago, especially in the early morning or the late afternoon, where the schist outcrops glow in the low sun. This is actually the hill I was thinking about.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like they've done some work on it, so it should be alright. So what I'm actually referring to here is a couple of years ago, I did this track on my big 1190 KTM, and I was doing it in the reverse direction. So this hill that we're just about to go up, I was coming from the other direction, coming down it, and it was really had a lot of water damage. It's big water ruts and big rocky boulders all the way down, and it really challenged me, and I was pretty nervous about it at the time. But yep, I got through it okay then. But since then, obviously, they've done some work on the track, and coming up here this time there was no problem at all. It was easy. So yeah, happy days. So we really are on the homeward stretch here. So we're not too far from the end of the track. But don't you just love this country? It's just so open and vast. Lots of big sky, big scenery, big panoramic views. Just can't get enough of this country. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Well, that's the Old Dunstan ticked off. It was really windy, but hugely enjoyable trail. Here comes Roscoe. Awesome. Yeah. Oh well, we might wander over towards Danseys now. Perhaps lunch at Danseys Pass Hotel. That would be alright, wouldn't it? Anyway, we'll talk to you guys a little bit later on. See ya. How was that, Ross?
Last bit was cool, eh?
Yeah, it was nice. Actually, they've graded the road.
Have they?
Yeah, it must have been a little while ago, because last time I did it, it had water ruts down it.
Oh yeah.
But mate, that was mint.
It was, absolutely.
Yeah. There used to be, I'm sure there was a sign here that said, have you got your PLB? Do people know where you are?
Oh really?
Yeah. Well, it used to be anyway. Oh yeah, there we go. Do you have a plan? Assess the risks and hazard? Communicate it on WhatsApp? Or a personal locator beacon?
No.
I think we say no to everything.
We say no to everything.
Oh, that was already open.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah. Well, maybe we should close it.
Okay.
Should we close it anyway?
It kind of feels like it should be closed, eh?
So from here, the Old Dunstan Road, we've got a few kilometres to cover to get to Danseys Pass. So from here, we're heading over to a little township called Waipiata, which is not too far from Ranfurly. And then from Waipiata, we head over Waipiata Poolburn Road. And then from there, we head on to Poolburn River Road, which takes us through to Danseys Pass Road. So we've got a few Ks to cover, but it's a beautiful, beautiful day for riding. And even though there's a bit of tarmac, bit of gravel, it was hugely enjoyable and very, very relaxing ride. So I actually really enjoyed this part of the ride, knowing that Danseys Pass was still to come. Yeah, so look, just sit back and enjoy the ride. cute little laid-back town, Waipiata. So this is pretty much on the part of the rail trail, so it's quite a popular destination for cyclists and people exploring Central Otago on their bicycles or e-bikes. So that Waipiata Country Hotel, which we've just passed, that gets pretty good reviews. We didn't actually go in, but I hear it's very good. So we're just approaching Danseys Pass Hotel. Beautiful old historic hotel. I cannot wait for a cold bevy, and I think we actually had blue cod or something for lunch, believe it or not. So yeah, no, it was very, very pleasant. So this beautiful old Danseys Pass Hotel was built in 1862 during the Otago Gold Rush. The hotel was established to serve thousands of miners, wagon drivers and shepherds, and travellers moving between the Waitaki Valley and the Central Otago goldfields. At its peak, the nearby Poolburn diggings settlement had a population of more than 2,000 people. Today the hotel is a popular destination for obviously motorcycles, that's us, riding the scenic Danseys Pass, cyclists exploring Central Otago, four-wheel drive enthusiasts, and basically just travellers interested in New Zealand's gold mining history. So it's a popular place to stay for people wanting to stay at one of the country's oldest country hotels.
How nice is this, eh?
I reckon. Not the thing you expect to find in the middle of a dusty road.
It's awesome, eh? Like an oasis. Hey. Well, here we are, Danseys Pass Hotel, and we've had a pretty epic ride over the Old Dunstan. Windy as all hell actually, but certainly good to be at Danseys Pass. So the plan is maybe we take some takeaway food and perhaps look for a camping spot on the other side of Danseys, but we're not sure yet. But in the meantime, we're going to enjoy this amazing old hotel. It's become quite a destination. Danseys Pass. What a cool pub.
So we enjoyed a beautiful blue cod and salad lunch and a nice cold Danseys Pass ale. So man, did that hit the spot. Anyway, on the way out, once we got going, I got talking to this chap who unfortunately has had a mechanical on his motorbike. It's dropped the main bearing or big end bearing or something. So had a chat to him, and he's waiting for the AA.
How are you?
How's it going?
Good. Oh, not so good actually.
I'm for about a week, but just about another week to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be back.
Been awesome.
I'm supposed to be back at the ferry day after tomorrow. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
might be calling out the AA to get me to the ferry.
You got a problem?
Yeah, it sounds like the crank's about to throw itself out.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
So is it knocking?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. My mates have gone up Mount Buster and Mount Keyburn.
Yeah.
So they're gonna meet us back here, and I think they'll come. Yeah.
That's the way it goes sometimes,
It's not looking promising, but at least I've got AA. So.
Yeah. Hey, anyway, good luck.
Okay.
See you later.
See ya.
Well, I did feel a bit sorry for that chap. He's obviously done a lot of planning to do his bit of a dream ride for him down here with his mates on his bike, and the old dirt bikes sucked a bit of a kumara, so he's out of it. He's waiting for the AA to pick him up and bring him back to civilization. So yeah, my heart goes out to that guy. Well, not too far to go from here, I suppose. We're just heading up Danseys Pass, or the actual pass. And I know there's some other tracks that lead off this main gravel track that, you know, if you're a game and perhaps on a small bike, you could go exploring up some of these tracks. I think one's called Mount Buster or something like that. Anyway, so for us, we're just going to cruise over here, enjoy the scenic beauty of this amazing piece of road, and the countryside is just, you know, next level. So anyway, look, kick back and enjoy the ride. Well, if you're thinking about doing the Danseys Pass, it's a nice easy grade 2 of a ride, so nothing challenging about it, but it certainly goes through some of the most beautiful country in the South Island. So if you're thinking of doing it, I totally recommend it. You'll absolutely love this ride. Anyway, we are sort of on the lookout further down the track for somewhere to camp, so let's see how we get on. So from about here on, we're just sort of quietly on the sly looking for a bit of a free camp. We're not having much luck, so we've tried a few little spots along the way, but it's just a little bit too visible. So we're, it's the end of Danseys Pass, but we're still looking for a good spot to pitch a tent. So I will carry on, and hopefully we'll find somewhere. Well, we very nearly free camped in a bit of a sketchy spot under some pine trees, about 3 kilometres up the road from this beautiful Danseys Pass holiday park. And it was quite basic, but it was clean. It was very, very comfortable. And we found these couple of campsites, or tent sites down beside the river, where we had a swim. And the water was lovely after a hot day, dusty day on the bike. Anyway, look, join us for this next episode here. We do the Hakataramia Pass and the Black Forest Station Loop. So join us for that episode, and thanks for coming along for today's ride, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.